Hi, how you doing? I just wanted to pop over today and talk a little bit. I was going through my list of life and I was like, what do I feel like talking about today? What's kind of on my mind? And one of the things is it's a much larger issue, but I do want to talk about body image because one of the things that obviously losing weight, we're not happy with our body. That's why we're trying to lose weight, or maybe we are happy with our body, but we're doing it for health, those kinds of things. But a lot of us, I've noticed over the course of this process is a lot of, especially women, just hate their bodies. And, if their boobs aren't big enough, or their butt's too big or too small, or their waist isn't right, or da 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 da. And one of the things that I really, really have come to know through this process. Now, if you're like me and you're losing an extreme amount of weight, worrying about the size of your butt and your boobs is like a distant memory. Like, you're not worried about that at all because really your body's been a thing that you've been struggling with for a long time. So you're not even in that headspace. And I get that. Um, so the thing that I've been learning through this process is understanding that your body is always working with you. It's not working against you. And I really took that to heart when, I would try to walk and I couldn't breathe and my body was working so hard to keep me alive and breathe. Or, if I was doing too much and my body would get sore and would show me where my limits were. And if you ever think your body's not working with you, touch a hot thing and watch how quickly it pulls back, or put your head underwater and watch how quickly it tries to get you up out of the water because it wants to breathe. You know what I mean? Your body is doing the best that it can with what it has. And this isn't like a shame thing for the circumstances or the choices that landed us in the place that we are, where we're trying to lose a lot of weight. That's not what I'm trying to do. But we do have to take ownership that sometimes the things that we hate about our bodies really were the choices. And it wasn't our body's choice to be that. It was our choice that kind of caused that. And that's okay. We're not perfect human beings. We are flawed, and that's okay. Um, but the reason I point that out is that so going forward, when you're trying to lose weight, you think of your body as a teammate rather than something you're trying to defeat or fight against, because you're not fighting your body. Your body and you are on the same team. So when you're working out and when you're trying to decide what to eat, your body really does want what's best for you, and it's always going to be telling you what's going on. And I've learned that, my goodness, so much in this time of, like, when I first started losing weight, I couldn't do anything. Standing up took me like a minute and a half just to turn my body because I was so sore. I was like, really, it was so much work to do anything. And so I did feel like I was fighting against my body, but really the fact that my body was still working after all I had put it through was nothing short of a miracle. And so I started to really be thankful. And I don't mean this in like a hippy dippy kind of way, but like I really started to like speak well to my body and just be like, thank you. Like, thank you for working. Thank you for staying intact. Thank you for not collapsing, because it could have so easily done that. And I know I'm an extreme case, and I don't know where you are in your body shape or your weight loss journey, or if you've been on a weight loss journey, but just thinking of your body as your lifelong teammate. This is not somebody who's going to leave you. This is not somebody who's going to, decide to quit on you. Your body's always going to be there. You're going to be sucking air for the rest of your life. Your heartbeat is going to beat for the rest of your life. And these are things that are a certainty. And then when your life is done, those things will end. But until that time, and which is hopefully a long, long time from now, your body's going to be working with you every day, 24/7. Even when you're sleeping, your body's up doing stuff. You know what I mean? And so when I was kind of going through this process of exercising and, trying to walk, because in the beginning I couldn't do anything. I could barely walk, and trying to get to that process of what's too much, what's too little, pushing myself, and figuring out what were my mental boundaries versus my physical boundaries, because they were very different things. I thought I couldn't walk. I thought I couldn't get up onto my bed. There was a lot of things that physically were difficult, but I would get like, I remember getting a new bed that was pretty low to the ground. And when I would get up into it, I would almost fall off the bed because I was so scared I was going to fall that I would make myself be in a weird position that I almost would fall. And I just remember being so afraid all the time. And slowly but surely, I started doing more walking, and I started getting more in tune with like, my body knows what it's doing. I walked for like 40 years. I can do this. And I still have struggles walking because of my, my hip injury and all that good stuff. But I don't have the fear so much of falling anymore. And the way that that has informed how I walk and how I live my life is so huge. And so I've started to listen to my body. And again, I know that sounds really hippy dippy, but listening to my body and going, okay, my body is saying I can do this. So I'm going to believe her and go for it. And there's been times where I haven't wanted to do something, but I've felt strong. So I just tried to do it anyway. And what was really cool is that doing the thing made my brain feel better. And then I kind of aligned with my body. It was really nice. And I've come to a point where I'm loving my body like for where it is, because I did put it through a lot, and it did go to bat for me, and it continues to go to bat for me. And I'm very blessed in the sense that I don't have a lot of illnesses or injuries in comparison to other people. And I know that it's not easy for anybody, but just loving, like, I mean, I have my stomach hangs for days and it's because there's a lot of loose skin in there. I can literally take my stomach and hold it up against my chest because it's that much loose skin. And you know what? It is what it is. And so I'm just thankful that I don't have, I have friends who have hernias that are very painful, or muscle tears that are very painful. I don't have that. And I'm very thankful for that. Yes, I have a janky hip, but that's something that's fixable, and I'm going to fix it. I try to find things in my body that I'm thankful for, like the strength of my body, the strength of my lungs. Okay, we're, 200 pounds down. I can walk across my house and I'm not losing my breath. That was an impossibility a year and a half ago. Like, if I walked, outside to my door, I couldn't breathe. Now I can do that, and I don't even think about my breathing. And there's going to be a day I don't even think about how I walk. And I look forward to that day, but that day's not yet. But I'm trying to think of, my body and I working together. And it has been such a great shift in getting myself moving forward and mentally being able to do this stuff. So I just wanted to encourage you, if you're in a place where, you hate your body, maybe just try. And I'm not saying it's not going to happen all in one day. This has been a process for me, and I still struggle. But take the time to find the things that you like. And I don't even mean the visual things. I mean, I'm proud of my shoulders. I got me some collarbones now. I got a little tiny shoulders. I'm thrilled. It's the only part of my body that I'm like, hey, like, I'm proud of them. Yay. Um, the rest of my body is a work in progress, and I love her for what she's doing. And I love her for her strength. So that's the thing I'm more suggesting, is don't, look at your boobs and your butt and all the things that, what you're looking at. Look at the things that are helping you through this process: your strength, your endurance, your ability to breathe, your ability to walk, your ability to lift things, your ability to bend. Oh my goodness. The fact that I can bend past my feet on the left side, right side, we're working on it. That's a miracle. It's a miracle to me. So I don't know. I just kind of wanted to talk about this today, because if you micromanage how you look versus how you feel, you're going to find yourself a lot more discouraged, because weight loss is such a process and it takes a long time, especially if you have a lot to lose. Being able to look at the victories that you're having, like they call them non-scale victories, but I think sometimes it's even non-body issue victories. Being able to go like, wow, my heart isn't beating out of my chest because I walked 2 feet today. Or, I'm not that hungry, and I've really cut down on the things that, I'm not having, sugar cravings anymore because I've been eating healthy. or I'm not having caffeine withdrawals because I've down on my caffeine. I don't know if you're a caffeine person. Sometimes, I mean, I had a time where I used to drink a 2 liter of soda every day, and I started drinking water. It helped me so much. True Lemon and True Lime little water packets you put in your water, huge. Good stuff in them. They don't have any bunch of crap. So if you struggle with drinking water, I suggest that. I won't get too much into nutrition because I don't know that much about it. I only know what has worked for me, and I don't want to mess with other people's lives. But I will say True Lemon and True Lime, very nice. Crystal Light and all that is tasty, but it has stuff in it, and it's not as good for you. So that is my suggestion. But yeah, I wanted to talk about this because I even when I see people who've lost a lot of weight, I see them talking about parts of their bodies with such disdain. And I mean, like, I'm self-conscious about, like, this arm. I'm self-conscious about this, right? But when I go this way, my arm is actually really tiny. It's just got this. And someday maybe I'll get it lopped off. Maybe I won't. Who knows? But at the end of the day, that doesn't matter. The muscles underneath matter, that I can lift things, that I have strength in my arms, that that's the thing that really matters. And we can get into the nitty-gritty of how you look in a dress or how you look in pants or how at the end of the day, that stuff, it does matter for confidence, but don't hang your confidence on that. You know what I mean? It's something I feel really strongly about because it makes me sad when I see people hating their body, because your body really is the only person who will never ever leave you through the course of this whole experience. And so make an ally, don't make an enemy, you know? So thus endeth my TED talk. But I hope it helped. I hope this perspective helped. I know for me, this is probably going to be something I watch back for myself for days where I do get caught up in maybe the visual more so than how I feel, and not taking the time to really reflect on just how much things have gotten better, because some things are still really hard, but boy, they're better than they were. So, this is kind of to future Christy, who's struggling with this topic. Just to remember, love your body. It's doing a lot for you, and it's doing the best it can. And try to make decisions. This is still me talking to myself, but if this works for you, great. Try to make decisions that are going to make the future you happy. And so when you look back, you're not going, oh, why did I do that? You're going, thank God I did that. Thank goodness I did that. Thank goodness that I made a good choice, because today I feel so much better. And I will leave you with this when it comes to eating food and emotional eating. And I'll probably talk about emotional eating in the future, but this was something that has come to my mind that has helped me a lot. Sometimes something really bad will happen, and I'll get into the emotional eating headspace where I'm like, I deserve something decadent, something full of calories, just something to like pour my feelings into. And the thing that has really helped me is, do I deserve another week of feeling overweight, being unhealthy? Do I deserve that? No. And it helps me kind of put the emotional eating aside and go, okay, let's go do something productive, something we do deserve. And I know some of us struggle with self-image and with feeling what we do and don't deserve. And that's a whole nother thing. And when I talk about therapy, that is a great thing to bring up in therapy. And something I still struggle with and have struggled with in the past. But when you get to the point where you're like, no, if I'm trying to lose weight and do good things for my body, I'm trying to do something positive, and I don't deserve to set myself back. So I hope that helps you too, because that was something that was kind of like up to me. So I thought I would share it, and hopefully it'll be helpful. But I hope you're having a good week. I hope things are going well. And if they haven't been, that's not a permanent circumstance. You can change it right now, today, and go do something good for yourself that makes future you so happy. So go make future you proud and do something awesome today, okay? Because I'm going to go try and do that. So we'll do it together, okay? I love you. I hope you're good, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Hi, it's editor Christy. I just wanted to pop over and say that I do have a Patreon now. If you're interested in seeing maybe some of the videos that I won't post on YouTube because they're just a little bit too personal, or you're just interested in having more of like a small community to kind of chat to that's kind of hidden away from the world, uh, come on over to my Patreon. The money that you'll be spending on it is going to be helping me save up for my surgeries and, trying to go and reclaim my life. So I'll super appreciate that. But in return, I'll be having a really lovely community of very nice people that you're very, very welcome to come be a part of. So if you want to come over, please do. I would love to have you. And thank you so much for watching the video. I really appreciate it. Mwah! Bye.